Hey guys, yes vlogs back at it again. Basically, today I want to be talking about fitness. From tomorrow I'm going to be starting my diet and a fitness plan, and I want everyone to follow the journey with me. So I'm going to be putting out exactly what I'll be eating, exactly what I'll be doing, and progress pictures. So if I talk you through kind of my fitness history, I'm not claiming to be some sort of fitness model or some sort of bodybuilder or fitness competitor, just a guy who's gone through years of experience, torn pretty much and broken every bone in his body, and maybe I could save you some time, because obviously if you don't know how you're going to be working out or what you need to be eating, then it takes a much longer duration to get to where you want, and most people stagnate or they give up. So it's not a quick fix, it is hard work, but we'll do it together. So basically I used to play semi-pro football, so obviously I never used to really do weights or anything. It mainly used to be running, used to be at the gym. I used to do a lot of circuit training, things like that to keep in shape. So I'll put out loads of pictures of when I was in decent shape. I never had a ripped physique, but that's because of my eating habits. Even when I used to be playing football, I still eat like a truck now. I just can't control it, but I will now, because I got you guys to keep me motivated. Anyway, so then I sustained an injury in my knee, which basically meant that I could no longer jog, could no longer do most things. So until I had my operation in between, I started lifting very, very heavy weights. Now that was a big mistake. I used to think, you know what, you got to lift heavy in order to grow. But the thing is, look what it led to me. I've got a shoulder, it constantly clicks, there's really like intense pain 24 hours a day, and that was all from lifting heavy. So guys, you don't need to lift heavy. I'll go more into it in another vlog, so I'm going to keep this one short. So the doctors have said I can have an operation if I want on it, but they don't know what it is. NHS. So I'm not going to let them open up my shoulder if they don't know what it is. I'm going to keep going. And I've also developed forearm tendonitis, which means all the way through my forearm I've got an intense pain 24 hours in both arms. And then another thing, so I've been through 2 knee ops on my right knee. So I no longer have a meniscus in my right knee, which is your cushion. So every time you're jumping and things, you have something like a cushion in there which absorbs all the pain and stuff. I don't have that anymore. I'm also going through my ACL recovery. Your ACL is your main bit, which you twist with, so you need that, it's an integral part. And they've taken out all the ligaments from my hamstrings and put the graft at the front, which means that essentially it will take me about a year to recover. The doctor said 2 years at my age, but I'm not listening to you, doc. I'm going to do my own thing. Now my left knee, my normal weight is around the 100 mark, so my left knee's been, obviously when you're walking on one crutch, most of the pressure's going on the left knee, the stronger one. That's also taken its toll, so it's also hurts, clicks, sometimes collapses. And the last thing, I was doing 200 kg on the back rows, and then you know what, both my elbows were already hurting, shouldn't have done it, but anyway, now both my elbows are pretty much fish too. By now you guys are probably thinking, mate, you can't do anything, so why are you even bothering to vlog about fitness? Well, the exact point is that, you know that saying that if you can't run, you jog, if you can't jog, you walk, and if you can't walk, you crawl. And this time truly I will be crawling, because the only things I can do, for example, is bike, bodyweight squats, and pretty much I can only try and train my stomach area, like sit-ups, leg raises, all of that stuff. But you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do, because we're winners, we're not victims. See, there's 2 types of people in life. One, victims, who basically use their circumstances as an excuse, and some people who always choose to see the positive, and in the long run they win, because nothing happens overnight. Now I'm going to quickly talk you through roughly what I'm going to be eating, and this will all be in my description, so you guys can copy it. You can copy it exactly. You can edit it, do whatever you want with it, but this should be your core, right? So guys, for breakfast I'm going to be alternating between 2 things. 1, protein weetabix. You can get the normal weetabix if you want. I know it's all a gimmick, it probably only has half a gram of protein, maybe even not, maybe it's just forced packaging, but you know what, they taste good. It's something you can constantly eat every day, and it's high in fiber, high in vitamins. 2 biscuits have 144 calories, so that's all good. The second thing is these high protein porridge. Again, you can get normal porridge if you want, but these, I've tried them, they taste good, and they have a decent amount of protein in it once again. So I'm going to be alternating between those 2 things, because what I've found in the past is when you set yourself just one thing to eat every single day, you'll get tired of it and then you'll just give up. So we don't want to fall, we don't want to stagnate, we want to keep moving forward. Now another thing which I'm adding to my breakfast, right, is this. This is flaxseed, almonds, Brazil nuts, walnuts, coenzyme Q10. This has so many benefits to it. It's meant to be amazing for your joints, good for your cholesterol levels, good for your overall health. It's also nutrition for the brain. I mean, if I start reading it, look, the list will go on and on and on. My aunt actually told me about this. You can pick these up. I picked this up from Sainsbury's for $5. I would highly recommend it. It's also very good for your digestive system. It'll keep that metabolism going, and we want to keep that metabolism going. Now, the key thing I want to get out today is, people always say, Can I lose weight by just dieting? The answer is yes and no. Yes, because your weight will drop. You might you might lose a couple inches off your waist or wherever. But the point is, guys, when you're just dieting and not doing any exercise, right? Your fat cells, they shrink. So say it's this big, it becomes this small. Then you lose weight. But mainly it's water going in your body, it's the fat cells shrinking. As soon as you start eating again, boom, your fat cells your fat cells will get back to the same size, and you'll put the weight back on. That's why, when you hear these aunties and they're like, oh, I've lost 5 kg. Next month they put on 6. So that's why science says if you are just going to be doing diet, science, like all the science research and studies, they say that for 1 kg that you lose, you've got to keep up the same diet for 1 month, because then your fat cells, they'll get used to it, they'll get accustomed to it, rather than you just shrinking them and then increasing them again. So exercise is vital with diet. You cannot have one and then not have the other, right? You can exercise all you want. If your diet's not clean, you're going to get no results. Now, basically, after breakfast, right, my second meal is sweet potato. Sweet potato, guys, is the best choice of carbs. Nothing is better than sweet potato in the world. No better carb, right? It'll stay in your stomach for, it's not a slow digesting carb, but it's not necessarily something which you burn straight away. It's somewhere just in between, right? So you're going to eat it, you're not going to get hungry too quickly, but it's got all the right vitamins, minerals, low calories, it'll give you high energy. And then with chicken. Now, obviously, a diet can be very expensive, but chicken legs, guys, you can literally pick up, I think, 10, 20 kg for like 20 quid, right? So enough to last you basically a week's worth of chicken you can get for like 20 quid. Cheap, good source of protein. And chicken is the best thing when you want to be losing weight, because you don't want to be eating things like red meat a lot, because red meat can stay in your system for 2-3 days. So, and we want to be dropping our weight. But another key point, later you're going to start seeing results. It might take me a month, might take you 2, might take me 3 months. But my weight might actually have increased because I'm putting on muscle. So don't judge yourself by the scale. To be honest, I don't even bother looking at scales. But I'll still post my current weight now. I'll go on the scale in a minute. But look yourself in the mirror. Take some measurements if you need to. Look at some old clothes that you don't fit into. Anything which is going to keep your mind satisfied, keep your mind happy, and keep you focused. Putting all the spices on and stuff. So I'll show you a plate of what the portion sizes look like. Again, every day you can alternate between sweet potato and, you know what? People are going to be like, brown rice, why not brown rice, but white rice. One portion, one handful of white rice. So if you're getting tired of the sweet potato, one day sweet potato, second day white rice. And again, you can switch the chicken up with any lean white meat that you want to, of your choice, right? Just one portion. And then our third meal is just going to be mixed vegetables with any source of protein, right? It could be fish, could be chicken, anything of your choice. And now, one last thing. Every week, we're going to have one cheat meal. We're going to try to keep the cheat meal below 1,000 calories. I know I'm talking fast, but I don't want the vlog to be long, so you can pause it, take notes, do whatever you want. The reason we're going to have one cheat meal is because, look, when you put something inside your body, right, your body slowly becomes accustomed to it. Once it becomes accustomed to it, you're going to stagnate. Stagnate means you come to a standstill. You come to a halt, you stop. So that's why, some people are losing weight, all of a sudden they stop, and they're like, why are we not losing weight? Well, a lot of it is to do with your nutrition. Because if you're not so you need to basically have a cheat meal, you need to increase your calories, because then your body goes into shock mode, it starts panicking, it's like, what do I do now? So what it does is, it increases your metabolism, and then you start moving again, right? So that's another key thing. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to include pictures in the vlog of times when I was in shape, and you know what, the worst shape of my life was after the first operation, because I was under bed for 6 months, all I was doing was eating. It was mainly to do with the medicine makes you very, very hungry. So I was eating tons of chocolate, tons of everything, and my weight shot up to about, I think I was 115 kg at the time. I'm about 96 something now, I'm guessing. So I'm going to include those pictures as well, and I'm going to include my current state now. I'm not really fat as such, but I've definitely developed that little belly. So we're going to be getting rid of that. Right, brother's wedding coming up as well in 2 weeks, so I definitely want to knock off like a couple kg. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy. I hope you follow the fitness journey, and you don't necessarily have to copy everything I'm doing, and in terms of nutrition or terms of exercise, but it's a starting point, because obviously with my physical state, I'm limited. You guys aren't limited. So, but then again, if you're just starting, follow it. You'll definitely see results, and I'm going to include the plan in the description. Basically, right now, we're just going to be doing bike, sit-ups, leg raises, stretches. Stretches are very important, but I'll come into that another time, right? We want to be warming up, and you want to be cooling down. But my main aim is, if I can even get 2-3 of you to the gym, to get the results you want, whatever it is. You might want to lose a kg, you might want to get abs, you might want to get anything. I just hope this helps you. So I'm going to include the pictures now, and I'll include exactly what I'm going to be eating and how I'm going to be exercising in the description box. So I hope you guys like it. Subscribe, comment, share, support the movement.